Hello, welcome to Literary Circle analyzed by PSpice. Today, we want to continue the introduction of PSpiceAD. I click on Add Trace. In the last episode, we said that this part is for voltages, powers, and currents, which we can use. Which you can use them in your project. Here, actually, this tick is for analogs, which that parts were analog, and if I inactivate that part, all the parts will be deleted. Currents and power, if I inactivate currents and power, and just I put here just the voltages amounts will be here. If I inactivate voltages and click on currents or power, just I can have currents and power too. But alias name is the naming of different parts of circuit. If I click on voltage and the alias, inactivate the alias, as you can see, the V in and V out are the input and out. If I click inactivate the alias name, as you can see, the V in and V out won't be shown in this part, but here we have them in the screen, the window. So always the analog tick alias name should be activated. And for example, if I use currents, I can activate them, or power, I can activate them. It depends on our program, but what we want to do on this program and what is our project. Click on V out. As you can see, the V out is like this. So you can see the V out, but from plot and add plot to window, here actually you can hereby have more wave shape in the program. Here is the cell, as you can see, which means the select, and I have, for example, I have selected one part. I choose V in. As you can see, the V in is like this, which is around 180 from zoom area. As you can see, I can zoom in and see the maximum. But from plot and plot to window again, as you can see, I can have another wave shape in my program, another one, for example, delete plot, and this one, and this. Okay, here there is an option named toggle cursor. If I click on this part, for example, we have cursor peak, which the highest peak of signal can be accessed by mark level. As you can see, I can have the details of that peak, the X and Y data. For example, if I click on this part, which is cursor throw, which I can see the minimum of my signal. Also, by clicking on that part, I can move on the signal, and by clicking on any moving a mouse and place it on another on a special part, I can see the details. I click on this part, text label. Here, as you can see, for each part of signal, I can have name test, put it here. Again, I click on add trace, and functions and macros. Here you can see the mathematic functions and performances. For example, I click on ABS. It is shown on bottom of the window, trace on trace explosion, but I click on IEQ1. As you can see, a positive amount is shown here. I click on add plot. Again, if I click IE01, as you can see, this diagram, the upper diagram, the up diagram is negative on a negative scale, which if I get an ABS from my program, the amount of program will be positive, and the up diagram will be negative too. I click on plot and delete plot. I delete this screen too. Again, I click on trace and choose, for example, IEQ1 times 2 IBQ1. As you can see, by clicking on that part, you can see the output shape or output result of program. On functional macros, you can have plot window templates. There are some other amounts in the program, for example, boat plot. You can draw the boat plot. If I click on boat plot, as you can see, by entering any other amount or current or power voltage, I can do the function. Here we have DC current gain or other things too, Nyquist and other options, which depends on your programming and your project. You can use them. Okay, that's all for today. We hope to have you next sessions too. Bye bye.